anticipate the action here at Smoothie King Center. Clippers, Pelicans, up next. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all. Play the right way and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one. And for the Pelicans, underneath in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. MP out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Ingram, and it's small forward. And already, Greg, we're seeing some of the new wrinkles that players have added to their game.
No doubt. The work doesn't end when the season does. And if you're trying to improve your skills or if you're trying to pack on good weight, that kind of stuff needs to get done during the offseason.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And here's MP for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Pelicans with the rebound. Ingram passes to MP. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And the three ball is good.
Showing some touch from deep there. When MP gets a chance to take the three, he's all over it.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. And there's the...
Oh, what a dunk! Look out below! Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Doris, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment. And boy, Kawhi has.
MP, good.
And the decisiveness of MP on display. Have to be aware of his ability to knife his way inside.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Good. MP's got 7.
Proving how effective he can be in these sets. MP reads defenses well in the pick and roll.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. George up top. Covered by MP. And Paul George good for the 3. He has 7. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Cullen passes to Ingram. MP outside. Jacks up a 3. Here's Valanciunas. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, I think this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on. His ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Now here's Leonard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Here's George. Leonard, no luck. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And they'll be seeing each other 4 times this year. This is the first meeting, looking for a good start in the series.
I think each team obviously will be looking to dictate the tempo and set the tone early.
George dishes to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Zubats. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
MP deciding where to go with it. McCollum against Jackson. Pass to George. Beyond the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. New Orleans gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. MP against Jackson. Pass to Williamson. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal
It's
foul.
on Kawhi Leonard.
First team
Well, the
foul.
big man has quite the presence inside. Jonas Valanciunas gets physical and draws the contact. He's got to stay aggressive.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Batum. He's out there with Norman Powell. Hartenstein is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's man in the point guard position.
But think about a guy like Norman Powell, who was really in the second round drafted because of elite athleticism and his defensive ability. But boy, has he turned himself into a scorer.
He hits both from the stripe.
And no question for Powell. It seems like better shot selection has led to better efficiency.
Yeah, I agree. That and the consistency from range. This guy can rise up under pressure and hit the jumper. And if you crowd him, he's going to put it on the deck and use that speed to go by you.
McCollum's checked in for Jones. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. And George kicks to Jackson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. MP outside. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by George.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Lets it fly. Again, the Clippers.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Jackson against MP. All sorts of time. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. MP's got 5 points now in the quarter. Jackson against MP. The tray. And Marcus Morris with the three.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Jackson against MP. It's good from long range. MP's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pelicans.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Ingram. And the shot is long.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
35 seconds left in the second quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. MP left side. Shoots it. And that one's on target from the wing. MP's got 17 now.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
And that does it for the first half of play. Clippers lead by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
Ingram and Williamson are the forwards. C.J. McCollum out there with MP. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible. And what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
A 3 from MP. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Leonard finds Jackson. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valanciunas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer.
MP against George. And here's MP for 3. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3. And
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the drive, and it's George finishing it off.
Some nights as a defender, you just shake your head because Paul George uses his outstanding reach to get through the defense.
MP passes to Jones. MP outside. Trying to end the drought, and he hits the jumper for 2. MP's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Valanciunas. Leonard inside. Valanciunas is there. Leonard, no luck. It's Jones on the wing. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Here's George. Up and in on the layup. George has got 13 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never...
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, delivering the blowout. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for the Clippers right now, George in the front court along with Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's man in at the 1 spot. MP, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.